Allen Iverson. Welcome to my world. No. What I gotta say?
Allen Iverson's style and stilo did more than simply transform the NBA. He shifted the culture. He was more than simply a basketball player. He was a cultural hero who took the streets to the court, causing the league and the world to take note.
Christ's love isn't like everybody else's love. It's not like the world's love. The world's love loves you when you do things right or when you do things with them. But as soon as you make a mistake, they take that love away. But what I've experienced with the love of Christ is that it loves first. It loves through wrongdoing. It loves when you shouldn't be loved anymore. It's unconditional. And that's the love that I believe is going to change the world and has changed me.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Micaiah. I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black. And today I am bringing you all another video touching on the icon, the legend, Allen Iverson, also known as AI. And that's the only AI I know. Many of you do not know, but basketball is my favorite sport. I don't even talk about the NBA now because I feel like it's really changed gears and it hasn't been as entertaining, in my opinion, as it was in the past. But yes, basketball is my favorite sport, and I got the pleasure of seeing Allen Iverson when I went to a Sixers game. AI has had such an impact on the culture, let alone the NBA, and I thought it was important to shine a light on him. And I also want to say happy Juneteenth. We as Black people shift narratives, shift cultures, and we're very talented and we were truly made from above. So I want you all to know that you were truly handpicked. We all were, but I specifically want to just highlight Black people right now and know that you are loved and there's no mistake about you. From your skin complexion, your hair texture, so on and so forth, God didn't make no mistake about you. So before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to see more of me. And if you're new, hey. And if you're a returner, I really, truly appreciate the love. And if you get the chance, please check out my social media platforms. They're linked within my description box. I do dibble and dabble in a whole bunch of things, so come and join the club. And once again, if you are new, then you should know I'm very diverse. I do an array of topics, touching on nostalgic topics, touching on more blurred, nerdy content, and also touching on more conscious topics with depth. And I dibble and dabble with vlogs. So your girl does a little bit of everything around here. So join the club. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Yo, Sasha here. Excuse me? Supermodels do not fly business class. Now, I'm not gonna demand a private jet, but I think Jag could at least spring for first class.
Because it was daring, unvarnished, and unapologetically Allen Iverson, his sense of style became iconic. He represented his origins rather than attempting to blend in or conform. By doing this, he helped change the perception of the NBA as a whole and redefine what an NBA player could look like. He never toned down to please the media or league executives. Before Iverson, the NBA relied greatly on clean-cut, corporate-friendly images. Think suits, courteous interviews, and quiet dispositions. Iverson arrived with braids, tattoos, loose clothing, and a hip-hop attitude. He was unapologetically himself and wearing quote-unquote street clothing. He was free and wanted to represent what he's seen and how his lifestyle was on and off the court. While others played it safe, AI attended news conferences and games dressed as someone from your neighborhood. The sincerity struck a distinct chord, particularly among Black youngsters who recognized themselves in him. He made it acceptable for players to show their Black identity and street roots without compromising. Now let's take a brief break on his fashion sense and let's get into his playing style. Crossover? He's a killer when it comes to it. His move on Jordan as a rookie is famous and well known. Iverson played quickly, fearlessly, and dirty. He charged the basket like a giant despite his little stature. He was only 6 feet tall, y'all. He played with passion and real emotion to create a balance of harshness and refinement. Iverson set the standard for NBA tunnel fits and off-court flair, chains, throwback jerseys, and do-rags. He introduced streetwear to the masses. His Reebok sneakers were iconic. Question and answer shoes became popular in Black communities and beyond, and still have popularity to this day. Iverson wasn't polished. He was authentic, and that authenticity spoke to fans who had never felt represented in professional sports. When he said, "We talking about practice," he wasn't just referring to skipping workouts. He was also expressing how his challenges, effort, and humanity were continuously underestimated. The NBA implemented a clothing code in 2005, which was widely interpreted as a response to Iverson's influence. The league was uncomfortable with his rawness, but it couldn't deny his influence. Not only was he embracing his own style, he led a whole flock of other players to follow after and feel like they can embrace their own individual style and not be so polished and put together. And a great example of someone who was inspired was Carmelo Anthony, who was his former teammate. The pushback demonstrated how potent his presence was. He sparked discussions about race, class, and culture in professional sports. Players like LeBron, KD, and Jay Morant have acknowledged AI's impact, on top of numerous other players. AI's refusal to fit in led to the current era of NBA tunnel fashion, where players are style stars. Now, as we see, players are able to express their individual style without ridicule, at least from the NBA per se. Not to say that the fans and the commentators don't give pushback, but now they're able to express their individual style, and AI most definitely led that. His approach, attitude, and refusal to comply allowed younger players to be completely themselves on and off the court. Allen Iverson's stilo was innovative. He blurred the distinction between street, sport, hip-hop, and hardwood, individuality, and professionalism. He not only crossed over on the court, but also cultures. The NBA, like it or not, would never be the same again. Iverson is one of my favorite NBA players of all times. I love going back and watching highlights and games from him. So not only on the court was he impactful, but also off the court. And I admire that, and I love to see his contribution. And I'd like to see now more recently and over the years he's been getting more recognition, whereas in the past he's been painted as the bad guy, which we know that why that is, but that's neither here nor there. His impact cannot be denied. So I thank you all for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe once again if you enjoyed this video. If you have any commentary, any agreements, any disagreements, any kind of feedback, please make sure you leave that down in the comments section. And once again, if you disagree, let's be respectful within the comments. We can have a healthy dialogue. Please remember that you are loved by the one who created the universe. He made you for such a special purpose, and he knew you before you were in your mother's womb. So you are not a mistake, and you were meant to be here. So please let your light shine bright, and I'll see you all in the next video. Stay blessed, everyone.